Hey John.
Hello, hey
Hello.
Sheila.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. It's a little muggy.
Oh yeah, I know, but it's still I've been inside all day just
Yeah.
working on expense reports and stuff. So I just had to come outside for a little bit, get a little
That's
bit of
good. That's good.
sunshine.
That's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. I have my little guy too, so just
Hey.
gonna have him wander around a little bit while we have our live
Conversation.
here. Yeah. How was how was your day going? I know you said you were like running from another class
Yes.
to come to this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm home now. I'm home now. Came from class at the New York Makeup Academy. And yeah, it's been busy, but we're here now. We made it.
Yes, we made it. We made it. It's Friday.
It's
That's a
Friday.
wrap Friday, and that's what I'm so excited about. Every time, I
Right?
can't tell you how excited we get here at the Shoe household when it comes to Friday. Because number one, it
It's
means all you
finally
can eat
rest.
pizza. Yeah. Yeah.
All you can eat
Yeah,
pizza. That's funny.
yeah, yeah. We order pizza. We have friends over, and it's just a blast. So, it's the one day I get to pig out
Yeah.
on
Yes.
pizza.
For me, it's
Um,
just no makeup, relax
like,
in your PJs, relax.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
And
That's nice.
it's always with the lights on set. It always pains my eye after every shoot.
Yeah.
So I always like dimming the lights when I get home. Does
Mm,
that does that happen for you too? It's the lights.
huh. You know, I can't say it's the lights, but I definitely have a couple things that happen.
Mm-hmm.
My feet hurt so
Yeah,
bad.
of
Like
course.
my shin, like especially like the shin part area, because
Of course.
and I'm like, wait, but wasn't I sitting all day in Video Village?
I
And I'm
know.
like, yes, but I was also like just running from like the trailer to the set to the props department to Crafty to so I'm running
Exactly.
around everywhere as you know.
Exactly. And then
Yeah.
you will see our steps at the end of the day and whoa,
Yes.
we did a
I'm
lot.
like, whoa, 6,000. Awesome. Sometimes it's 11 or 12. Yeah, it's
Right?
great. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sometimes.
Well, I know we have a lot of really great guests here, guys, who are joining. Please put in some questions if you want. Anything when it comes to filmmaking, makeup, production, anything you want to ask, go ahead and put that into the question mark little bubble on the lower right, and I will bring them up for us to talk about. But for now, let's get started. Please introduce yourself, your name, where you're calling us from, and and then what you do.
Sure. Hi, everybody. I'm Chyla. I'm a makeup artist. I'm Chyla Guerrero. I'm a makeup artist. I'm here in New Jersey, but I serve in New Jersey and New York. What
Yeah,
else? Yeah,
yeah.
I've been doing makeup for commercials, fashion. I also do, now I teach, I educate.
Hmm. That's great.
Yeah, and the New York Makeup Academy. And then, yeah, basically that's
That's, that's
it.
great. That's fantastic. Great intro. I always like to ask the question, like, yes, we have our professions, our positions on set, but what do you like? Sometimes people have a different description of who they are. Like some
Mhm.
people would say, I'm a director, but I am a storyteller, or I am a
Mm,
producer, but I am also a problem solving organizer or
mm.
something like that. Like, how would you describe what you kind of is like your superpower or what you do other than just makeup artist? Like, what do you feel like is an unspoken sort of thing that you do specifically?
That's a nice question. You know what? I actually like
Mm,
inspiring people in their craft, inspiring people to just keep on doing what they're doing, especially now that I'm teaching, I encourage them to just be themselves and to celebrate their craft. It may be special effects, it can be just wedding makeup or natural looking makeup, drag makeup. I want them to celebrate that. So in a way,
right.
I am not just an artist, but I also like to push artists.
I see. I see. That's so interesting. Yeah, I never thought about that because it's like you are transforming someone into a
Yes.
vision of what they're trying to be,
Yeah,
I guess.
exactly. Because
Yeah.
nowadays, people, especially my students, would go in school
Hmm.
and won't have like a specific identity. They would do looks that are popular.
Hmm.
But after I show them how to do different makeup styles, that's when they realize that wait, I'm actually good at other things, not just what
Right.
is hip, I guess.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ah, okay, interesting.
Hmm.
Speaking of what's hip and also classes, that's how I found you. Like
Yes,
this was,
exactly,
I kind of
right?
want to tell the origin story, and then you tell me your version. All
Okay.
right.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay. So in my version of the story, we were me and a director I work with often, Law Chen. We were tasked by a client um, named Jollibee, which we all know and love. Hashtag Chicken Joy. Um, and we were just like, it was during the pandemic.
Hmm.
It was 2021, I want to say.
Yes.
And while we were crewing, one, it was very hard to find crew that were willing to put themselves into the situation of exposing themselves over a multi-day shoot. I believe it was a 3-day shoot,
Yes, it was.
possibly 4 days, 3-day shoot, ex- and they were long days. They were like
Hmm.
12 or 14-hour days, filming this commercial for Jollibee, and we took it as an approach of like making a short film. And I was very much like, okay, it's Jollibee. I gotta find my Filipino friends. I gotta like find,
Yeah.
the people who know the brand. Like all the actors are gonna be 100% Filipino. I need people who um, know how to like kind of make sure our set like that we're accurate, because I'm Chinese American, so's Law, and so like we do understand the Asian aesthetic of an Asian American household, but how do we make sure it's specifically Filipino? So first person we hired was Roxy Martinez,
Hmm.
who I love very
Hmm.
dearly. She came in Filipino, and just she knew, like when she gave us a deck on what the looks were like, she just knew. And then I was like, okay, that was interesting, because all I did was put in Filipino production designer, and I found her. I'm
Yeah.
like, who else can I find? And I put in Filipino makeup artist, because I'm like, we're gonna have Filipino makeup, or we're gonna have a huge cast. It was like maybe 10
Yeah.
people with kids and adults, and so I was like, Filipino makeup artist. And then lo and behold, I pull up these amazing YouTube tutorials that you had put up. I think maybe it was on TikTok even or something. But yeah, I watched it and I was just like, oh my gosh, like she is so good. And you did like kind of like a skull, like complete transformations, not just like basic makeup. It was
Uh-huh.
like very
Yes.
intense ones, like full on character builds. And
Uh-huh.
so I was like, if she can do that, then she can do anything. So I think I just emailed you. I was like, are you
Yes.
available? Are you interested? This is what we're doing. Name drop Jollibee. Hopefully that makes an impact. And then you said you were available. And since then, 2021, gosh, we've done so many different projects. Now I would like to hear your side of the story. Like, what was that like working, or yeah, the first time we met?
From the Jollibee, um, that's where it all started, to be honest, with
Yeah.
me, because that was also, I was fresh from the Philippines when that was one of my first projects, Jollibee,
Yeah.
and we shot this in Queens. And did you know that that was like my like second time at Queens? I live here in
No,
Jersey.
I
Yeah.
didn't even know that.
Um,
Yeah.
and because most of, well, I that time I didn't have a lot of jobs because I don't know anybody. I moved here 2018 and then moved here 2018, fall of 2018, and then spent like 2019 visiting relatives in California and then trying my luck there. If I can be a makeup artist in California or in LA. And
Ah,
then I liked it here. That's why I moved back here. But that was end of 2019.
I
And then
didn't
pandemic
know that.
happened.
I didn't even know that you went
Yeah.
to
I
California for a little bit.
Yeah, I stayed with my aunt in Sacramento for a while,
Hmm.
and then just trying my luck, seeing if am I an East Coast girly or a West Coast girly, but I like it here more. I
Okay.
always tell people that I like it here more because it reminds me of Manila. The hustle and bustle, but even how it's very crowded and busy and polluted.
Yes.
It's basically just like home. So it
It
feels like
reminds
home.
you of like
Yeah,
home.
in a messed up way. But anyway, but yeah, that was actually my first, if second, third, I don't know, in Queens, and I was so scared of commuting to Queens because I didn't know how to ride the subway. So I stayed at my aunt who lived in Queens, and then he she
Yeah.
she brought me to set. I was so scared
Oh
because that was my first time alone
my
in New
gosh. That's
York.
right. With
Um,
strangers. Yes.
yes, strangers.
A lot of
Didn't
strangers during
know
the
anybody.
pandemic. Yeah.
Yes, and I didn't know anybody. I uh, so when during the actual shoot, I it's really fun to see other people, hearing the stories of other Filipinos. That was the first time I got connected with other Filipinos other than my family. It was it was what started everything because, and I always tell this to other people, it's about when I moved here, I didn't know anybody. My family worked mostly hospital, in a hospital setting or in businesses. Nobody works in film. So I don't have any connections. So when you messaged me, first of all, I thought it was a scam. And next I was, wait, I'm desperate. So okay, let's just do this. And then you mentioned that you watched my videos on YouTube. Those YouTube videos were way back 2015, 2014. And to be honest, I don't really, when I posted those videos, I didn't really thought that anything will come out, anything good will come out of it. But I mean, I tried to monetize it and got a few bucks, but I didn't really do anything. And then that's, I guess, because I did that, you found me, and I always think to myself, whoa, if I didn't do that, if I just I was just at home and didn't upload those videos, then I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't have all the projects that you have given me. So, but I remember looking back, back when I was doing those things, I actually, I didn't know why I was doing it. That time, nobody was actually doing it in the Philippines. Nobody liked doing special effects. Um, but I like, oh, I think you're on mute.
Sorry. Yes. No, I was just agreeing with you. I was just like, yeah, that was your portfolio. That's something that I think a lot of people don't, recognize, which is that the internet is just such a it's such a open space. You can put whatever you want up there. People will love it, people will hate it.
Hmm.
But the people who love it will find you. And I feel like
Exactly.
there's two
It's
things
amazing, right?
that contributed to me finding you. One, you identified yourself on your website as a Filipino makeup artist. Um, and then two, that you had that proof of your portfolio, that
Uh-huh.
proof of your work. Without those two components, I would not have found you nor hired you. So,
Exactly.
it's just like, how important is it that we, as as cliche as it may be nowadays, but like identify and really pronounce, like, or proclaim our diversity, so that
Hmm.
people really
Exactly.
understand you know,
Really,
down to who
yes,
we are
I
in the
agree.
individual sort of point of view. Like, what does one makeup artist bring to the table that another? It
Hmm.
came down to like a culture thing. Like I needed someone who understood culture. And then
That's so
when I
cool.
called you and you said, I just moved to America from the
I
Philippines, I was
literally
like,
just moved.
great, then you're perfect. You're absolutely perfect. The square
Fresh from
hole,
the
it
Philippines.
was so it was so perfect at that moment. You like you're not even Filipino American. You're Filipino, and
Yes,
or like the
just moved.
like that's the thing. And then so so yeah, number one, put your identity out there.
Yes.
Be as precise and as you want, like on your websites, on your Instagrams, on your YouTubes, in your description. Put like
Hmm.
I am so and so from where. These are my
Hmm.
hobbies. These are my interests, even if they have nothing to do with my profession, my skill. Like at least
Yeah.
maybe that extra bit of knowledge of what I do. Like I like to say I'm a producer and a magician,
Hmm.
and that always helps people understand, oh, he also has another thing outside of film, right? And then also that, you know, you didn't think anything of it when you put your work up, but that was the thing that booked you, you know, and people, you never know. That's the internet. It's like, is it luck, or when luck meets preparation equals success, you know, that sort of saying. It's just like, if you were not like, yeah, I think you found success because you were, you made your own luck. You put your stuff out there, not knowing what would happen, not knowing what kind of value you were assigning it to it, even if you had no value at the time. But I found value in it, and so
Exactly. Divine,
that's what it is.
it's
Yeah,
divine connections,
it
to be
is.
honest.
It
It's really
is.
amazing.
Yeah.
And I remember back then, um, it was very uncomfortable for me to post stuff like that because I've been working as a makeup artist for weddings, commercials, so doing special effects or character makeup like that. It's not related to what I do,
Mm-hmm.
but I wanted to do it. I did it so because I was slightly new as a makeup artist back then,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have, it wasn't my week would be, there would be one project or probably one project a week.
Yeah.
I'm not busy.
Yeah.
I wasn't busy back then, but I was scared to, what's that called? I was scared to, if you're not doing something constantly, then
Mm-hmm.
sometimes you forget the skill. So with makeup, if you're not doing it constantly, there would be times when you will be like, wait, what should I do next?
Mm-hmm.
So I did YouTube because I wanted to practice. I wanted to
Uh,
practice using other colors other than neutral colors.
yeah.
I wanted to try different mediums such as face paint,
Yeah.
pigments. So
Mm-hmm.
that's
Mm-hmm.
what that started. And I thought, since I'm practicing, let me just post
Right.
it, see what will come out of
Right.
it. So it's the same with what I'm doing now with the Academy, New York Makeup Academy. It's basically just like me practicing. If not, I'm not on set. I'm on
Uh,
in the school teaching
yeah.
other people. So it's kind of like I'm still practicing
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
a way. So, but yeah,
Que-
you have a
question
good
for
point.
you: does New York Makeup Academy also do beyond just beauty, like prosthetics and all the like special
Yes.
effects stuff?
Hmm. Yeah, we do
Okay.
it. Yeah,
Awesome.
almost
Right.
everything.
Very cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you feel like a lot of makeup artists get into makeup because of that stuff, the special effects stuff, and then, or is it kind of 50-50?
I think it's 50-50. A lot of people are very scared
Yeah.
of those stuff, or it's very
Scared of which part? The special
scared of
effects?
being uh what's that? Not with the special effects, but being pushing themselves out of the box,
Mm-hmm.
or because it's not really, when you think about makeup, you think about beauty,
Yeah.
but with special effects, it's a different set of skills. You think about how to make bruises. When in beauty makeup, you
Cover
try
bruises.
to cover bruises. So
Right.
yeah, so it's very
Oh,
different.
interesting.
It's very
Yeah.
different.
Yeah.
So, but I like doing it. I like in the I always tell this to people with my students also, that in the Philippines, it's a very small country. So makeup artists, we do almost everything. So when I
Uh,
moved here,
uh-huh.
and then there was this, I had this colleague who asked me, what type of makeup artist are you? And I thought, what do you mean? And
Right.
then she said, what field are you in makeup? Huh. I don't know the answer to that question. And then I realized, okay, because in the Philippines, we do almost everything.
Right.
We do
Yeah.
weddings because it's a small country, and
Yeah.
there's like a small group of makeup artists. We do runway, we do TV, we do special effects,
Yeah.
we do print. But in here, makeup artists focus on one thing,
Mm.
or probably two.
Right. They specialize.
Maybe just
They.
TV,
Yeah.
makeup artist for TV,
Yeah.
makeup artist just for movies, makeup artist for runway or celebrity
Commercial.
or
Right.
yes. So
Yeah.
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 So
I found that. I found that out the hard way.
uh-huh.
Can I tell you a story?
Sure.
So I was on a shoot where it was a union shoot, and I was having trouble finding a union person to work on the shoot because they were all booked on TV shows and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
right? I finally found one through recommendation, and she came and she caked on so much makeup onto our talent,
Mm-hmm.
and the director was like, "Oh, like please take some off, right? More natural, right?
Yeah.
Clean, fresh, natural look." Leaves, comes back, makeup is still the
Still thinking.
same. Maybe it's toned down a little bit, but it's still like heavy eyeshadow, and like brows are really dark, and like
Uh-huh.
lip liner. And then the director's just like, no, 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 you're not getting it. Let me show you a picture of what I'm looking for. Shows her a picture. Great. Comes back. Now we're like 30 minutes behind in getting this actor to set. And we have a very hard day with like 3 location moves. Comes back. Actor still looks too much. And then he comes to me, the director, and he's like, I think you need to fire her and get another makeup artist for tomorrow.
Oh my
And I was
gosh.
like, what? Like, we only just started the day. It's only 8 a.m. What are we going to do? Like, how can I fire her now? Like, we still have so many other scenes to shoot. In the end,
Oh
I
dang.
was just like, I think, like, let me try to talk to her, and then, like,
Yeah.
we'll go from there. Long story short, end of the day, I tell her I'm letting her go. I had found a replacement makeup artist in
Yeah.
the meantime. And she was like, I've been doing TV for 25 years. This is how it's supposed to look on screen. And I'm like, it's, maybe for TV it's different,
Mm-hmm.
but it's so different for
Yeah.
commercial,
Commercial.
you know?
Yes.
Like
Yes.
I didn't it I get it. Like it has to be a little bit more theatrical in a
Exactly.
sense, right? For
Exactly.
TV, but on the commercial, like the camera's right here. Like you don't get that in a
Exactly.
sitcom multi-camera
Exactly.
shoot. There's no camera in your face on
Mm-hmm.
on like a 15 lens or something like that. So that that was that was a thing, and I that was a hard lesson for me to learn because she was so mad at me. She was furious. She was like, I'm
Yeah.
gonna report you to the union. Like this is unfair reason for. She's like, you got to pay me a kill fee and all this stuff. Like, so it was a very rough lesson to learn. Like, yes, not every makeup artist is the same here. Like,
Yes.
there's not everyone like you who could just be so adaptable because, like you said, you've done a bit of everything, or you have to know a little bit
Yes.
of everything.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
But also, I always tell people that you can be a TV makeup artist or scratch that. In the academy, I always tell us educators, we're a group of 5, and we all have different specializations. So I'm really good at natural looking makeup for commercials, and then we have another educator who's really good with pageant makeup,
Mm,
and then one who's really good with wedding makeup. So I always tell them that how I do the style of makeup that I do will be different from what they do.
hmm.
But it doesn't mean that she's wrong. I mean, she's wrong and I'm right, or I'm right and she's wrong. Um, it's I always tell them that you can pick and choose which skill you want to get from me and which skill you want to get from other people. Because if you get skills from different makeup artists, that's when you get really, really talented. So I always tell them that it's actually really great that you get to experience I mean, or even assisting other makeup artists in different fields, because that's when or how you get to know you as an artist,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Right. Yeah.
Yeah,
You have to find your
yeah,
voice and what you're good at. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. Wonderful.
exactly.
What would you say to yourself like 10 years ago, like getting started in the field
10 years
or thinking about
ago.
getting started? Like what's a piece of advice you give, another piece of advice you give to your students at the New York Makeup Academy and stuff like that?
Huh.
Yeah. Or, here's how I like to phrase it too. What's one of the biggest mistakes you made on the way that,
Biggest mistake. Interesting.
yeah, like like
Interesting.
something that you like really learned from as far as on
There was
this
this
journey.
one time. This was during I was probably third year as a makeup
Uh-huh.
artist, and it's my first time being with a brand. It was
Mm,
Shuemura,
mm,
and this
mhm.
was in the Philippines. And then I got called to be on set for a ad campaign that they're sponsoring for L'Oreal.
Yeah.
And I remember, and this is kind of like a makeup artist thing. So I did this model, Lou, I remember her, and then I curled her lashes, added fake lashes, and then gave her to the photographer, had the photographer shoot her, and then I went back to the makeup room. And then I heard the photographer yelled in Filipino. She's like, who's the makeup artist who did this model? Come here. And then I was so afraid. I was so scared. Um, I was so scared. So I went there, and then the photographer zoomed in the
Yeah.
monitor, showed the lashes that they're separated. And
Uh,
and then I was so scared, but also slightly panicking
mhm,
inside.
mhm.
I kind of laughed a little because how can I miss that? The lashes on the side view of the model, it will be this, the natural lash, and then the fake lash is like this. So it's like separated like that.
Ah,
It doesn't
uh,
look natural. So I kind of laughed that I missed that. Um, so if you're a makeup artist here watching, do not forget to comb the fake lashes and
right.
the
You
real lashes
interlace them
together.
together.
Yes, comb them together, put mascara, so it will look natural.
Uh, that that is one of those
Or
sort of mistakes you have to learn by. That's one of those mistakes you learn by
yes,
doing, right? You have to. That's very much our trade. You learn by doing, and that's a big one.
that's so funny. That's a
Sometimes you'll
funny
get a director that
experience.
screams at you, and
Yes,
sometimes you'll get someone who will just quietly pull you aside and say, "Hey, could you work on her a little bit more?" But
yeah,
yeah,
yeah. I like that better, but both are actually very funny. It's so funny that I missed that, but that was a learning time for me. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, definitely. Oh man,
I was thinking of what I want to tell my younger self.
yeah.
Too. I remember 10 years ago. Well, 10 years ago, I was already a makeup artist, but longer than that, probably when I started. Hmm, hmm, hmm. When I wanted to become a makeup artist, I thought one of my goals was this was when I what was that called? That this was when I left my day job as a graphic designer.
Mm.
I designed I did stage
I
design
I
after
didn't know
college.
that. I
Yeah, I did
like.
stage design. I designed exhibitions and stuff like that because
Oh
yeah,
wow,
my major was industrial design back in college. So
wow.
after college, I
Yeah.
did stage design for this agency, and I did that for a couple of months. And then I remember I remember because early on, ever since I was little, I like art. I like anything crafty. I like painting. I like drawing and stuff like that. So being in an art agency such as that was really I loved it. It was a dream come true. But I felt like I wasn't appreciated because I would give my design to to the client, and then the client will like it and will approve it, and then I will give it to my boss, and then my boss will um, change it, and then we'll give it to the client, and then the client will say, wait, this isn't the design that I approved. And then so it will be kind of like
Mm-hmm.
that. And then my boss will be, oh no, this is how we will do it because of costing.
Right.
And then I just felt like my art wasn't appreciated.
Mm.
So that was a career. I thought of that before, kids. In the Philippines 14 years ago, makeup being a makeup artist wasn't really a thing. It wasn't as celebrated as it is now. Um, so what was that back then? It wasn't Google, Yahoo. I don't know, but I searched I searched about the, having makeup art, being a makeup artist as a career, and then it looks nice. So I thought I should do this. And then I left my day job and then started my humble makeup kit,
Right.
uh,
Right.
which consisted of like two foundation shades and then two powders and then something like that. And then I remember my dream or my goal was to have a to have a bride book me for their wedding. That was the first goal. And then months after, I had my first bride. And then a couple of months after, because I already got that dream or that goal, my next goal was, I want my work to be in a magazine. I want my name to be in a magazine. After how many months? I got it. And then so, okay, I accomplished that. I
Oh,
already have my name in magazine.
yeah.
And then and then the next dream was I want to be part of a makeup brand, be part of their team. And then years after that, I got into Shulamura, which is the dream. They gave me a makeup kit and stuff like that. And after that, because Shulamura is part of L'Oreal, L'Oreal asked me to head a makeup brand, NYX Cosmetics, back in the Philippines. So I thought that was the pinnacle. That was the
Right.
yes. I thought that was it. I um to be the chief makeup artist of a brand was the goal. And then after that, the brand closed in the Philippines.
Oh.
So I was left with, now what do I do?
Mm.
And then
Mm-hmm.
and then the next goal was there I had a friend who asked me, you should try getting an O1 visa and then work in the US. I was like, no, no, I don't want to leave home.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, that is one thing that I don't want to do. I don't want to leave the Philippines. Um, but I was like, okay, okay, sure. And then now I'm here. You see how when it started, it's like a dream after a dream after a dream, from a small dream to like it goes big and big. So I would like to tell my to it gets big. What you think your dream will be in the beginning, it I guess it just God has bigger plans.
Yeah.
In
Yeah.
a way.
Yeah.
Yes.
Would you say there was a because I know how hard it is to chase a dream. Like when there's you have no lead, you have no sort of like portfolio to get started. It's almost like a catch
Yeah.
22. But
Oh, you're
I also
breaking up.
need to make money
Breaking up.
to make like yeah. Oh, sorry. Hello?
Very good. That's better.
Yeah. Um it's almost like a catch 22 of like I want to make art, but I need a portfolio to make the art.
Yeah.
And when you apply for the job, they're like, you have no portfolio. And you're like, yes, that's applying for the job so I can get one. um, uh,
Just
but,
start small.
you know, I like to think about
Fine.
like, oh, am I still breaking up?
A little bit. Yes.
Oh, yeah. Let me try to turn off my Wi-Fi. That might. Maybe I'll use my phone internet for a little bit.
Yeah.
Is this any better?
Now it's better. Yes.
Okay.
Hmm.
Okay.
Hmm.
All right. So, I want to say it's hard to chase your dreams. No one chases dreams without a cheerleader. Who this is your opportunity. Who is your cheerleader fan, your team? Like who are the ones who encouraged you to quit your design job and to go to makeup and then get that O1 visa and to survive and supported you out here in the US and helped you chase these dreams and make these dreams real? Like now's an opportunity for you to thank them. So go
You
ahead.
see them.
Like
You see them all in the
I
comment sections.
I do kind of see them. I see a lot of Guerreros over here.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
Hello, everybody.
and
That's my
they
family in the Philippines, and they
and
woke up 4:30.
I know they showed up. Thank
Yeah,
you,
they
family.
did.
Thank you, family.
Yes. See,
Um,
those are my supporters.
yeah,
Um, they've been
your
supporting me
daughter, your
ever since.
granddaughter is so talented. I gotta tell you, and she's so kind, so prepared every time she comes to work. And I wish my hair would cooperate like hers. I just need better. You need to tell me what kind of like grooming cream you're using because mine
Yeah.
just don't stay. But anyways, um, go ahead and give a shout out. Yeah.
Well, my family has been like my backbone through all of this.
Yeah.
I have a great support system ever since I started in the Philippines. Also here, I have family here in the East Coast and also in the West Coast. They friends in the Philippines, they always cheer me on, and I from the very beginning, they've been super supportive. And what's funny was it started, of course, like every Asian family. Um, when you choose this as a career, their
Mhm.
first reaction will be, "What
Who are
is that
you?
a career?"
Yeah.
No, you can't do that. So it started like that, just like everybody else here in the U.S. Every Asian in this field would can relate. But after some time, after everything, after how many years, they now supported me and prayed with me. They always share my stuff, and yeah, I'm always very, 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 very grateful for all of them. My family in
Oh
the
my
Philippines, my
God.
family here, and my friends. I see my titas. Titas are aunts.
Yes.
Yeah, in the Philippines. But yeah, I see all of you here. Hello.
Yeah. Well,
Yes.
I'm
Even my mom is
sure,
watching.
yes. I'm sure watching your success has definitely blessed their hearts to see that their little daughter, their granddaughter is out here making
Yes.
it, making amazing work. And I want to wrap up a little bit. You've shared so many great words of wisdom and sharing your journey with us. I just have these 20 quick fire rapid
Ooh,
questions to wrap up
yikes.
our Instagram meeting.
Okay.
Don't worry. Just try to give like a one word
I'll try my
answer or
best.
a sentence to answer these because we're going to try to go quickly. You
Okay,
ready? All right.
quickly.
Here we go. Rapid fire questions. Where were you born?
In the Philippines, in Manila.
Coffee or tea?
Tea, green tea.
iPhone or Android?
iPhone.
Cake or pie?
Cake.
Most productive time of day?
In the morning.
Favorite, what time in the morning?
As soon as I wake up, 6 a.m.
6 a.m. Oh my God. Favorite holiday?
Favorite holiday is Christmas because that's close to my birthday.
Favorite color?
Favorite color is black, like every other makeup artist.
Favorite drink you order at a bar?
At a bar. Oh, water.
Water. Okay. You don't drink. You don't drink?
I drink, but not. This is rapid fire. So,
Okay. Dog or cat?
dog.
Early riser or night owl?
Early riser.
What are you always grateful for?
I'm always grateful for my family.
What do you do for fun?
For fun, I do art. I knit.
I also
I
learned
I
that you run too.
I
Yeah.
run too.
Uh,
I work out every day and I knit, I read, I have a lot of hobbies.
what's your favorite crafty snack item? What's your
Coffee,
favorite crafty snack item on set?
coffee and coffee, unlimited coffee.
Um,
And well, I also said tea a while ago. Unlimited coffee and fruits.
how do you take your coffee?
Black, plain.
What's the last book you read or podcast that you listened to?
Podcast. Wait, hang on. It was a book. Where is it? The last book I read is by Lynn Painter, The Do-Over.
Oh, me too.
It's a
Uh,
rom-com.
favorite destination you've traveled to?
Philippines, Palawan, all the
That's
time.
just going home.
Yes. Okay,
uh,
Korea. I don't know.
favorite thing to say on set?
Favorite thing. It's a wrap.
Okay. favorite musician or band?
Huh. BTS.
BTS.
K-pop.
Oh, what's your greatest fear?
Rats.
Rats?
Yes, I'm sorry. Yeah.
All right. Now the last question. It's not really a question, but it's more of like, what's your top three favorite movies? Like they don't have to be in order, but what are three movies that you could always
I
watch that inspired you?
inspired.
Since yeah.
I love The Devil Wears Prada.
Okay.
Um,
Yes. Oh my
I
God.
love
That's
it a lot, and they're gonna have a part two. The Devil Wears Prada. I like white chicks. Always cracks me up. Yes, I'm sorry. I like the white chicks, and I also like
I love it.
what else?
I
Um,
love the way. Yeah.
ah, I also like thinking. Um, and I just watched this, Father of the Bride.
The Steve Martin
Yeah,
one?
it's
Oh,
just
yes.
heartwarming all the
I
time. It's
love
an
that
easy watch.
movie.
Yes,
Great choices. I love those movies. You seem like a girl who really loves the comedy and lightheartedness and also
exactly.
yeah, that's
Yes,
great. That's great. Well,
that's me.
I didn't know that about you and now everyone does.
Yes.
So thank you for sharing your time with us.
Thank you
I wish we had a
for
little bit
having
more
me.
time. Let's do
I know,
part
right?
two because I didn't really get to go into the print side and the because we talked about the film side and the commercial side, but not so much like a little bit deeper. So we'll do a part two.
Sure.
Sound good? All
Sure.
right. All right. All right. Well, happy Friday.
Happy
That's a
Friday.
wrap. Enjoy your weekend. I can't wait to see you on set again. And thank you
Likewise.
everyone for coming and joining our live. Please like, subscribe, follow Sheila if you have any other questions as your as your family members are on here. Don't forget to get in touch with her. You did such a great job. Thank you so much.
Thank you for everything,
Of
John.
course.
I'm so grateful for you. And
Oh,
thank you everybody who woke up at
I
4:30 a.m.
know.
to
Go
see
get your
me.
coffee or your teas.
Bye
Bye.
everybody. Have a great weekend.